me with that there Star Trek phone. At least this survived. I think it still works. Yeah, it does. Now, you probably know that this is the last season of new Star Trek The Next Generation episodes on television. So we decided to go back 8 years and check out what it was like for one of the soon-to-be stars back then who had just moved here from England. No, I'm not talking about the captain. I'm talking about the counselor.
Deanna, after I've served for 6 months, I'm eligible to bring family aboard. If we got married...
If Star Trek had a queen of heartthrobs, it would have to be Marina Sirtis as Deanna Troi. With those exotic looks she got from her Greek grandparents and that sexy accent from her homeland, England, she's captured control of many a hot-blooded Star Trek fan.
I've worked hard to make a life for myself on the Enterprise. I'm happy here.
But in 1986, Marina Sirtis was a scared and lonely 26-year-old on her way from England, where she was born, to America, where she was going to try to make it big in Hollywood. How Marina has changed.
I mean, on the plane over to Los Angeles, I was in tears the whole time. As the plane took off, I thought, what am I doing? I'm going to a country, I don't know anybody, nobody knows me. I could disappear into the woodwork, and all this has been for nothing, and I'm leaving a decent career behind in England.
Not only was Marina leaving a rising career in British theater, but she was also leaving her recently widowed mother.
And it was funny because the pilot came down into the plane and saw this weeping woman all the way over, and they were very sweet and invited me up into the cockpit to watch them drive the plane and everything, and they were just kind of patting me on the head and saying, there, it's going to be all right. But I was very worried at the time.
He tried to escape. The force field sent him into neural shock.
Amazingly, only 6 months after Marina Sirtis came to Los Angeles from England, she was offered the role of Counselor Troi on Star Trek The Next Generation. She was one of the few people in the television-watching universe who had never seen the original Star Trek on TV.
It wasn't one of the things that I grew up with. So when I got the job, I was thrilled, obviously, but I didn't realize how important the whole thing was.
Today, Marina doesn't have to be nervous. She's got a hit TV series and fans who adore her. She loves speaking at Star Trek conventions.
I think you become an actress or an actor because you want some kind of recognition. There's maybe something lacking in your personality, I don't know, but you want to become well known. Otherwise, you'd act in your bedroom in front of the mirror,
And yet, Marina's success hasn't gone to her head.
I've struggled, and I've given up a lot and made a lot of personal sacrifices to get where I am today. So I just hope that I don't change. I don't think I will. I have a contingency of people standing by with large, blunt instruments if I do.
Drop it, or I'll break his neck.
Sorry, guys, but last year Marina got married to her longtime boyfriend, rock musician Michael Lamper. And after 7 successful seasons on television, she's looking forward to doing Star Trek The Next Generation, the movie. Marina Sirtis is now a far cry from that teary-eyed damsel in distress who flew here from England just 7 years ago.
In my position, I do feel like the fairy tale princess that the Hollywood dream has come true for.
Let's get real. Let's talk about a real good Star Trek convention. For the second year in a row, 15,000 trekkers from all walks of life converged on Pasadena, California. Here they stepped into a Grand Slam Star Trek Fest, compliments of Creation Entertainment. Some fans came to pay tribute to favorite Star Trek characters. Others were there to revel in massive mounds of memorabilia. And this year, many felt a need to be among friends as they bid farewell to their weekly dose of Star Trek: The Next Generation.
I will be very sad. Monday nights will never be the same. I love Star Trek: The Next Generation. I was very sad when the original series went off. I was just about 11 years old, and I was sad, and I'm sad for this one too. Like saying goodbye to old friends.
As The Next Generation ends its TV run and prepares to live long and prosper on the silver screen,
Fans were bracing themselves for the change. For some, it's a tough task.
There's a new show coming on now to take its place, but I thought it was a pretty stupid move for them to cancel the show at the height of its popularity.
But while some sulked, there were more pressing issues on the minds of others.
Do me one favor. Don't let Shatner do the movie. For one, he'll try to overshadow the captain, and the captain... Your captain's a fine man.
Thanks, Scott.
And take care of the Enterprise. Don't let it get blown up.
It's good seeing you again, Scotty.
Aye.
Next generation nuts will have to find solace in reruns until the movie Star Trek Generations is released around Thanksgiving. But certain fortunate fanatics here may have found the strength to endure simply by spotting a celeb or two.
You see what you can find at these conventions? Educational and fun. Fun for all ages.
I call her Mom. I said, Mom, I saw Jonathan Frakes. He's so cute. He's very cool. He almost walked over me. I'm so excited.
Zealous as fans can be, a lot of the cast members from the vast Star Trek universe enjoy reaching out to them.
At a lot of conventions, I will ask questions about how the show is going, and so it's a great feedback process for me to find out what's working on the show, what's not.
Deep Space Nine's sexiest Bajoran gets a real kick out of being a part of the Star Trek phenomenon, but she finds one aspect of her intergalactic stature particularly amusing.
It's amazing to have a doll that looks, you know what part of that doll looks like me the most, I think, is the back. I go, yeah, that's my back. That's amazing.
Few have witnessed the evolution of the Star Trek convention like one elder Vulcan statesman.
I remember the very early conventions, which were kind of crazy and totally unpredictable. They were being put together by very avid, loving people who had no experience doing what they were doing. So you never knew what you were going to run into. These events, in some ways, are less exciting, but they're more manageable and more fun.
Live long and prosper.